Hello everybody! So today I'm going to tone it down a little bit in the kitchen and we are going to make a nice stir fry. Honestly, I feel like everyone's been thinking,
oh, what's Fran gonna make today?
what's Fran gonna eat? And today, joke's on you, I am making a nice stir fry with a little bit of steak, some vegetables, and we are going to make it so good. And before we get involved, I'm going to give a little shout out to my fabulous cousin, Maggie McKernan. She commented on the video from yesterday about the quote. Yes, it was from Wedding Crashers. Best movie ever. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. I hope you enjoy this video. Alright, so for the ingredients, it's actually pretty simple and it's one of my favorite meals to cook because it really is just a very simple meal. You can use as many ingredients as you want to use in this, or you can use very, very, very minimal ingredients, which is why I like it. You can jazz it up, you can jazz it down, any way you want to make it. But tonight we are going to be making a steak and vegetable stir fry, like I said. So here's my little cheats for how to make this. This actually isn't the steak that I normally get. So the food store usually sells steak already chopped up. It will say like stir fry steak. So I've used that before. That's fine. However, I've gotten other meat before where it was like, I forget what kind of cut it was, but it was a long steak and then I just chopped that up and that was, to me, I think better. It tasted a little bit better. Maybe it was a superior cut, if that's the right word. I don't know. But both of those meats today were absurdly expensive. How dare they? So I settled for this. I've never cooked with it before. Pepper steak. So we're going to try it out. Before I start doing what I do to this, I want you to put your pan on. In the pan, I like to put butter and garlic, and then I put onions. I already have the garlic pre-cut. Now with the steak, like I said, I've never used the steak before, but we are going to try it out, and I preferably like to cut this down. So take your kitchen shears and just start cutting it. So from this, you're going to do this. As they are cooking, what you want to do is start preparing your vegetables.
The steak smells so good.
Like I said, I have made stir fry multiple times before, and I've always liked to try out different ways of doing it instead of just sticking to the same recipe so I could see which way works the best for me. So I'm always trying to change up ingredients. Plus, today when I went to the food store, since the friggin' pandemic's going on, there was a very, very, very little produce to pick and choose from. So with that being said, some of the things that I actually wanted to use, I had to substitute specifically in this video, like I did with the meat. I used to use the frozen bags of like Asian medleys or something that you would get in the frozen aisle. It's mixed vegetables, which I actually really enjoy. However, I learned that it actually makes the stir fry watery because it's frozen vegetables. You take them right out of the microwave when they're done cooking. You put it into the stir fry pan and then it makes everything a little bit more waterier. But I had to get the frozen foods today because of the pandemic, like I said. So I'm going to use half and half. I have 2 frozen bags of vegetables that I'm going to use, and then I also picked these up. This is just like a bag of vegetables. Usually I don't like getting this, but there literally was no fresh produce that you can just like go up and grab yourself. Shout out to Kathy, my coworker. She told me that she watches these videos. Holler. She actually taught me a really good trick. It's called like rainbow slaw or something. You can get it. It sort of looks like this. I tried getting that for today because the last time I cooked with it, and it was amazing. It really made such a difference in the stir fry, but it was all out. So I could not get that in order to make the stir fry today. So I'm just using second best options here. These are the frozen bags of veggies that I like to use. So I'm not making the stir fry watery. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strain these vegetables right out of the microwave instead. As your meat is preparing, we are going to start chopping up the onion. Yes, I am going to chop it the way I taught you to chop it. Jesus. I got a cut on my finger. And it hurts with the onions. Here are the onions, so just add them right in. Like I said, I had to substitute a lot of the things that I wish I could have been using because I couldn't find it. There wasn't any left. One of them being that the last time I made stir fry, I was able to get this stir fry marinade thing. It's a bag filled with this marinade, and you put the steak in there, marinate it overnight. You wake up in the morning, you marinate it, and then at nighttime you cook, things like that. And I couldn't find it, and that was my best stir fry yet. Other ones I just used teriyaki sauce for the stir fry. Another time I got like this pouch, like when you make tacos and you get the taco seasoning, it's a pouch just like that. So I got that, and it wasn't the best, but unfortunately that's what I had to use this time because I couldn't find the marinade, but I was able to find the pouches. So that's what we're gonna do. This is what the pouches looks like. It wasn't, not that it was bad per se. Oh. I thought the beeping was still going to go. Not that this was bad. It just wasn't like the marinade. I always like to try and rework my recipes. So I was just trying the marinade by chance just to try something new. Not that this was awful, but compared to the marinade, when I tried the marinade, I was like, oh my God. So you're actually going to put this in. Okay, so our veggies are done cooking in the microwave. So we're going to take them out and strain them, like I said. And I'm just going to wash these vegetables as well. Now, the reason why I really like the frozen bag of veggies is because that they come with water chestnuts. And that is like the best thing ever, especially in a stir fry. I love water chestnuts because when you're eating that bag of vegetables, you're like, ooh, a little crunch. That's the water chestnuts, and they're delicious. As it is all cooking and simmering all together, this is your time to add in spices, anything that you think is necessary that you want to spice it up a little bit, add them on in. And then to top it all off, what you really want to do is go out and get yourself a nice teriyaki sauce, a soy sauce, anything that you think would bring it all together, that's what you want to use. And yes, if you were following up with the other videos before, I'm going to be using the same teriyaki sauce that Anna made me eat when I was blindfolded.
Stop moving. What is that? You gotta put the whole thing in your mouth.
And honestly, you just want to drizzle this in as you feel necessary. Some people like it a lot, some people like it a little bit. So just drizzle it in however you feel like you're going to like it. And then you just want to cover it with your lid until you are ready for it to be served. See what I mean? It is nice, it's hearty. Look at all those vegetables and steak, and oh, it might even need a little bit more teriyaki sauce. All right, so we had a nice family dinner with no cameras instead of filming for the review while eating the wonderful stir fry. So here's the review.
Why is everybody so green?
6.5 out of 10.
Go ahead, next.
Personally, I thought it was a little salty.
What was the teriyaki sauce?
I love
But
it.
I enjoyed it. I thought the meat was very tasty in it, really.
Spicy meatball.
That meat was good. It just was a little salty for me. And I love salt, so I don't know why. But she said it was the teriyaki, so I'm going to believe her.
I think it was. All right, go ahead, Dad.
I gave it a 10 out of 10. I thought it was delicious. Could use butter.
I did use a lot of it. I used your Brickstone.
What?
The spicy meatball.
What?
All right, have a nice day. Bye. Dad, keep it. Mom, you need to get in it.
I'm in it.
No, Mom.
Oh, do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Happy quarantining.
Thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe, and happy quarantine.